Well, good morning, my dear creations. Today we have to discuss some other numericals that will help for you. Then we have to proceed to our questions and discussions. Again, I am repeating, while doing the problems, keep in mind all the formulas, and the second part you have to choose the units, whether it is SI or CGS. Then accordingly you put the formula of electrostatic force. Now I will proceed for first questions. This question is like this: two charges given to you, Q1 and Q2, with position vectors R1 vector and R2 vector respectively. That means R1 vector is the position vector of Q1 and R2 vector is the position vector of Q2 and R1 vector is the position vector of Q1. Then we have to express the electrostatic force or Coulomb's force of interaction between them. First, we draw a two-dimensional plane, XY plane. O is the origin. Q1 is kept here. Let Q2 charge is kept here. Both are same nature we have taken. Q1 position vector is R1 vector. Q2 is the position vector of R2. Then you see, this is the distance between Q1 and Q2. If you will represent this vector, then you see this is the triangle. In a triangle in class 11 you know that here this one is R1 vector and this one is R2 vector minus R1 vector and this is R2 vector. That means this vector is the difference of position of a vector of a final point and a position vector of initial point. That's why this vector is represented as R2 vector minus R1 vector. If I will represent this vector, then it can be R1 vector minus R2 vector. So how will you represent? Remember, initial point and this is final point. And initial point and final point, and this vector can be represented as position vector of final point minus position vector of initial point. Now you see the electrostatic force of interaction. Both will repel each other. Then hence F21 vector means force acting on Q2 due to Q1. Similarly, F12 vector is force acting on Q1 due to Q2. Now we have to represent this vector and this vector. This is our question. Then we first follow the electrostatic force, Coulomb's force. Now I am interested to express this one. F21 vector mod is equal to beta, that is the proportionality constant, product of the two charges Q1 and Q2 divided by square of the distance between them. Here displacement vector is R2 vector minus R1 vector. Square of means that is mod we have taken, that is magnitude, and keep it square. Now we have to represent in vector form. In 11th class you know that any vector can be represented first its magnitude, then its unit vector. Similarly here F21 vector is represented as F21 vector magnitude and unit vector. You see the picture. This is the direction of F21 vector and this is the direction of unit vector r cap. I represented here. This is the vector expression and this is magnitude expression. That's why mod is sign given here. Here only vector representation is there. Every vector can be represented as first its magnitude, then its unit vector. Magnitude part is obtained from this one, beta Q1 into Q2 by R2 vector minus R1 vector mod square. Now I have to represent r cap. What is the formula of r cap? Any unit vector can be represented as vector divided by vector magnitude. Similarly, r cap is represented as It's a vector. Vector means R2 vector minus R1 vector divided by R2 vector minus R1 vector magnitude. Now you see here R2 vector minus R1 vector magnitude square, and this one is R2 vector minus R1 vector magnitude. So this one will be R2 vector minus R1 vector mod Q. So this represent beta Q1 into Q2 divided by R2 vector minus R1 vector mod Q, and this is displacement vector. So you see the expression of F21 vector. How will you remember? Beta product of the two charges divided by 21 means representation is R2 vector minus R1 vector mod Q. Then it is vector multiplied R2 vector minus R1 vector. Similarly, if you calculate F12 vector, you know that F12 vector magnitude is same as F21 vector, but direction is opposite. So I have taken minus sign here. So in above case you represent R2 vector minus R1 vector as sign reverses, so formula will be like this. So when you do the problem in vector form or component form, this is also usual formula you can use in your problem. I am repeating, how will you remember? F21 vector means its vector notation is R2 vector minus R1 vector. If it is represented in vector form, then that is R2 vector minus R1 vector Q. But if it is represented in unit vector, then it is represented as R2 vector minus R1 vector square. These things also you should remember. Again I write here, electrostatic force beta Q1 into Q2 by R square if it is represented by R cap. Sometimes in a multiple choice this expression also comes. F vector is equal to beta Q1 into Q2 by RQ. Then it will changes to R vector, because R cap is represented by R vector by R. R square R, that is RQ. So if its notation is R cap, then it will keep R square. If it is notated R vector, then it is represented as RQ. Okay. Now we will come to next problem. This is the questions. Listen very careful and check it. Suppose this spheres A, another sphere is B, have same size and same charge. That means if one of the charge is Q, then another charge is also Q. A third sphere that is uncharged, let the third charge name is C. Given charge A and B, and third charge name is C. Let the third charge name is C. Kept in contact with C. First C will contact with A. Then will contact with B. First it will touch A, then it will go to B. Finally removed. C is removed away, very far away from A and B. Then what happens to the force, new electrostatic force, if old force of interaction is F? Very simple formula. Old force is given, new force you have to calculate. So you have to follow the step 1 for old force and step 2 for new force. Then we have to proceed. Step 1. Two similar charges Q and Q. This one is A and this one is B. Written here also. At the same charge, they will repel each other with force of magnitude F. Distance is R. How will write its formula? Proportionality constant beta, product of the two charges Q into Q by R square. So answer is beta Q square by R square. Now you keep in this equation number 1, come to step 2. First the uncharged body C comes. It will touch with A. Here you see, this is touch with A. This is conduction method, charge will be shared. How will it share? Similar body. Here charge is 0, here charge is Q. Initially here charge is 0, here charge is Q. They will added 0 plus Q is Q, and equally charged body means they will share each other. So Q is share divided into two parts, Q by 2, Q by 2. So now charge of A will be Q by 2. Before touching its charge was Q. After touching C, charge becomes Q by 2. Now C comes to B. What is the charge of C now? Initially it was uncharged. After touching its charge is Q by 2. It keeps Q by 2 here and it takes Q by 2 itself. So Q by 2 and charge of B was initially Q. Q plus Q by 2 is equal to 3Q by 2. Again also they will shared equally. 3Q by 2 is divided into two parts, 3Q by 4, 3Q by 4. So charge remains for B 3Q by 4. Initially Q, now it is 3Q by 4. A charge initially Q, now Q by 2. So charge changes. Obviously the magnitude of force will changes. How changes? You see the formula. New force. This one is new force. This one is your new force. Beta. First charge is Q by 2. Second charge is 3Q by 4 by R square. Multiply. You will get a factor of 3 by T kept outside, and inside beta Q square by R square, that is previously we have calculated, that is old force F. So our question is asked, what happens to the new force? So new force becomes 3 by 8 of F. Okay. Then we have to proceed another two questions for you. Similar types of questions. Question is very important for you. You just see. Question is like this. Calculate the position of a third charge. That means one charge, second charge was also in there. Calculate the position of third charge. That means you have to keep a third charge and you have to keep a particular place. Question is asked in which position. We have to calculate the position of the third charge. Then we have to proceed the language. On which the net force means resultant force, acting on it is 0. Why question asked resultant force? Because you are taking third charge. That means already first charge, second charge was in there. When the third charge comes, first charge will give force to third charge, second charge also give force to third charge. The resultant force means we have to vectorically add these two forces in such a way that the net force acting on it is 0. Some question it also comes like that. The third charge is in equilibrium. Third charge is in equilibrium means net force acting on it is 0. Third charge is equilibrium. Some language question also like this. Now first there are two types of question. Two types of question means one question is the same variety of charge, plus plus or minus minus. Second question will be one positive and one negative. Now we have to proceed same variety of charge. Now you see the diagram very properly. Here A position, B position is given to you. You keep plus 4 microcoulomb here, plus 9 microcoulomb here. This is the dotted line represent the line joining of two charges. Now you are interested the position of third charge. Already I give an answer here, but before proceeding the answer, you just think, if third charge is kept here, then what happens? And this positive charge, let third charge is plus Q. If this positive charge will repel in this direction, just you see, in this direction. Simultaneously, the charge B is positive, it also repels this charge in this direction. You see, these two forces are not in opposite direction, so they can never cancel each other. So this point is wrong. Similarly, if you will anywhere you will put this third charge, you will get this type of a problem. Only your problem can be solved if the third charge is kept in between 2 point charges. How it comes true, you see. This is the third charge plus Q I have kept here. Now you see, at this moment, this plus 4 microcoulomb charge will repel this charge in this direction. So I have written FPA. That means force acting on P due to A. Simultaneously, at the same time, the charge plus Q will also repel this plus Q in this direction. Now you get the result. These forces are opposite in direction. They will cancel each other if they have same magnitude. So you remember that if same variety of charge is there, so your third charge to be equilibrium should be in between two charges. So when you will do the problem, so you should put this point P here. If A and B are same charge, then exactly point P is at the middle point. But here one is plus 4 microcoulomb, another is plus 9 microcoulomb. So third charge should be very close to smaller charge. That means this distance will be smaller and this distance will be larger. How it will happen? After solving the problem, you will get the answer. So you should keep in mind, if same magnitude, then point will be exactly middle point. If different magnitude, so answer should be smaller distance to the smaller part. Now we have draw the diagram. When exam comes, you put A and B here, plus 4 microcoulomb plus 9 microcoulomb. Distance is given 100 centimeter. You keep the desired point P here. Let this distance is x centimeter. So this distance will be 100x minus x centimeter. Now we proceed for the net force equal to 0. That means this force and this force should be equal in magnitude. So I have written FPA vector of magnitude is same as FPB vector magnitude. Never put arrow mark here because these two vectors are not equal. Equal in magnitude. So you should not represent arrow mark here. Now you put the Coulomb's force formula. FPA, force acting on P due to A. Formula will be beta proportionality constant, product of the two charges, 4 into Q, divided by distance square, x square. Similarly here, beta Q into 9 divided by 100 minus x into square. Now one thing you can ask me, sir, why you are not changing the units of the problem? Yes, very good. But why I am not changing here? Now here you see, this is microcoulomb and this is microcoulomb. Obviously cancel. This one is centimeter square and this one is centimeter square. Obviously cancel. That's why we have not changed the unit here. Because this is a ratio problem. So unnecessary time will be wasted. So in this problem you do not need to change the unit. Now you proceed. Answer is 4 by x square, 9 by 100 minus x square. Here I have keep a tick mark here. Why? This is for you only. In board exam, when these types of question asked, data is given in such a manner for the students. This is the, you can take root over easily. 4 and 9. So before proceeding the mathematics, you should take square root of these two terms. 4 by x square, 2 by x, 3 by 100 minus x. You can also solve without root over, but it will take more time. So you should not this step, avoid this step. What is the step? You should take square if possible, square root. Then you proceed, the distance is x is equal to 40. Now you will come to your answer. So desired total distance is 100 centimeter. Desired point is 40 centimeter from A. That means 60 centimeter from B. So at last you will write in language your answer. The desired point where the third charge should be kept is 40 centimeter from A as shown in the figure. Now the same problem we will solve. Charge natures are different. What I have told? If same charge, the third charge should be in between A and B. If one is positive and one is negative, then you will get your answer. If you will keep third charge, not inside, kept outside. So you see the diagram, plus 4 microcoulomb, minus 9 microcoulomb is given to you. distance between them is 100 centimeter. So your desired point can never be here. You see, if you will kept here plus q, this plus will be repel in this way, this minus also attract in this way. So these two forces can never be cancel each other. That's why third charge is in outside if one is positive and one is negative. Always remember, if both positive or both negative, then third charge should be in between two charges. If one positive and one negative, then third charge must be outside the A and B. Then you think outside may be here, sir, why it is taken here? Now just previous problem you see that if two charges are of different magnitude, so the desired point should be very close to smaller charge. Here you see plus 4 microcoulomb minus 9 microcoulomb. Which one is smaller? Sign is not important here. 4 and 9. Smaller one is 4. So answer will be definitely here. So when you will do the problem different nature, then you see which one is smaller. Smaller means you have to check magnitude, not sign. Mathematically minus 9 is smaller. But here in charge system, here smaller magnitude is 4 microcoulomb. So the desired point P is here, which is x centimeter from A and 100 plus x centimeter from B. Now you check whether it is net force 0 or not. Now here you see the diagram. Positive charge and this positive charge. So A charge will repel the P in this direction. Similarly, B charge will attract the P in this direction. So these are opposite in nature. If they have same magnitude, so we can say that the resultant force can be equal to 0. Now we proceed for the calculation. These two vectors should be equal in magnitude. I write here FPA means Coulomb's force is using here proportionality constant beta. Product of the two charges q into 4. Third charge is q and A charge is 4 divided by distance square. Similarly here proportionality constant is beta. Product of the two charges is q into 9 divided by distance square 100 plus x square. Then we will proceed 4 by x square 9 by 100 plus x square. Again you see here this is your, you can take square root easily. This time in CBSE board exam question asks, some students have take time to solve the problem without taking the square root. So it will take time, quadratic equation will come and the complex mathematics will come. So you should not forget about this. You should take square root of this. Then you will take 2 by x, 3 divided by 100 plus x, cross multiplication and get the result 200 centimeter. Then you write the language. The desired point is 200 centimeter from point A and 300 centimeter from point B, which is shown in the given diagram. Okay. Again important question and multiple choice types of question. This question repeats in exams. You see the question. If you solve this problem with your clear explanation, you can solve this type of problem whatever the data should be given. Now you proceed for the questions. Two charges of magnitude each q may be plus q or may be minus q of same nature, either both positive or both negative, are kept at certain distance apart. A third charge of magnitude q, nature is not given, is kept at the center in between them. Capital Q is kept here, third charge small q is kept here. That means net force on small q must be 0 because they are in same nature. And it is exactly middle point because they have same magnitude. So net force and small q 0. That previous problem we know that. But what question asked here? Then system is in equilibrium. A new sentence is for system is in equilibrium if which choice is correct. Before going to answer, first you see system is equilibrium means what? Here system means all these three. This is known as system. System is in equilibrium means net force on each charge is 0. net force on each charge is 0. In previous problem, what will do? The net force on third charge is 0. But here what will check? Net force on each charge is 0. Here before solving the problems, you 100% clear that the third charge is in equilibrium because it is kept inside in between same charges. So we are not worried about third charge. We will worried about this charge and this charge. So first we have to clear what is the meaning of system equilibrium. System equilibrium means net force on each charge is 0. We have to check net force on each charge is 0. Then we have to proceed what is the nature of the small q with respect to this charge and this charge, whether it is plus q or minus q. First you check if this one is positive. First we will check whether it is equilibrium or not. If it is plus q, at the time it will repel this force in this direction. Simultaneously this charge also repel this in this direction. So these two forces are equal in opposite, so they cancel out. If it is plus, if it will minus, same answer. Plus q will attract in this way, this plus q will attract in this way. If it is minus, if it is plus, repel each other. So opposite direction means they can cancel. So third charge can be equilibrium. The nature of a small q may be same with capital Q or opposite is capital Q. Here plus is written here means small q may be positive, may be negative if third charge is equilibrium. But question is not only third charge equilibrium. We have to check this charge is also equilibrium. For this charge you see, if it is plus q, you take plus q here. What happens? Now this plus q will repel this one in this direction. Simultaneously this plus q also repel this one in direction. So it cannot be equal to 0. But if you take a minus sign, what happens? Minus charge will attract this one. At that moment this plus charge will repel this one. So it can be equilibrium. So system will be equilibrium. The third charge nature must be opposite to nature of capital Q. If only third charge is equilibrium, nature of the third charge may be positive, may be negative. So in this problem, nature of small q with respect to q is what? Opposite. Clear? So now you come to multiple choice question. In two options, small q and capital Q is represented by opposite sign. So in this problem, we can confidently say this cannot be answer, this will cannot be answer. Answer may be q minus q by 2 minus q by 4. Then we have to check which one is correct. How can you calculate? Now in this case, we have to calculate the force. We have to check whether it is equilibrium or not. You see, this one is you taken, that is minus q. So we are confirmed that this one is minus q if this is plus q. Now C will attract A in this direction. So you name it F A C vector. Similarly, at that moment B will repel this one. So this force will be F A B. Then we have to calculate F A B vector mod and we have to calculate F A C vector mod. So for equilibrium at A we can write F A C vector mod and F A B vector mod. Beta is here. A C means A charge is capital Q, C charge is small q. A charge is capital Q, B charge is capital Q. Distance between A and C is x and distance between A and B is 2x. Again I am clearing. Let this distance between A and B is 2x. It is situated at C means this one is x and this one is x. For A and C distance is x, so I have written x square. And A and B distance is 2x, so I have written 2x square. Then we square root, we have taken beta out. Again here also we can take the square root. So magnitude is q is equal to q minus 4. as already discussed, opposite in nature, so answer should be q is equal to minus q by 4. So in this problem the correct answer is q is equal to minus q by 4. Then we will proceed for next. The sum of 2 point charges is 7 microcoulomb and they repel each other. Repel each other means they are in same nature, either both positive or both negative. So you can say that q1 plus q2 is equal to 7. If you attract each other, then that is opposite in nature. At that question you will write q1 minus q2 is equal to 7 microcoulomb. Then their interaction force will be 1 Newton when they are kept 30 centimeter apart. Then we have to calculate the magnitude of each charge. First you write the data, q1 question mark, q2 question mark, because you have to calculate this. Distance is given 30 centimeter, that is converted into SI unit. Force is given 1 Newton. As question is given repel each other, that means same nature. As same nature we have written q1 plus q2. Keep in mind, if it is opposite in nature, we can write q1 minus q2 is equal to 7 microcoulomb. Let q1 is equal to x microcoulomb, q2 is equal to 7 minus x microcoulomb. We use the Coulomb's force in SI system formula, that's why I have written 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 here, q1 into q2 by r square. For your convenience, you can write SI inside. If in CGS, you should not write this 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. F0 is 1 Newton, data given here, and you should keep this memory in your data. 9 into 10 to the 9, x into 7 minus x divided by distance square. This is a quadratic equation, you solve, and x is equal to 5 and x is equal to 2. Then you put the result, q1 is equal to, if q1 is equal to 5 microcoulomb, then q2 will be 2 microcoulomb. If same question will ask attract each other, you will proceed in this way, only you change q1 minus q2 is equal to 7 microcoulomb. Then you will proceed in same way. Now next question, calculate the minimum electrostatic force. What is used minimum? You should careful about it. Between two charges which are kept 1 meter apart, and that means distance is fixed. R 1 meter is given. You write the Coulomb's force formula. This one is a constant, this one is a constant. So this one is a variable, then it will be variable. If it is a minimum, then this 2 one will be minimum. When this product of 2 is minimum, if each individual is minimum. So this question logic is, what is the minimum value of charge? Already we have taught the minimum value of charge is in free existence is E. So you put E here, 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19, and another data is given to you. So this is your answer, 2.3 into 10 to the minus 37 Newton. Another two questions for you. Listen carefully. This is a vector question. I have already told that in this chapter you have to keep in mind the vector concepts that you have studied in 11th class. First question is, considering three charges, magnitude is given, also nature is also given, 2 negative and 1 positive, are kept at the vertices of an equilateral triangle of side 1 meter. Calculate the magnitude and direction. Resultant force acting on minus 5 microcoulomb. Purely vector concept problem. By vector addition, you can use the formula and you can calculate magnitude. By drawing the diagram, you can calculate the direction. If two forces are there, you can use triangle or parallelogram. If more than forces are there, you keep in mind, you always use the component method. Here our data is 2 charges. 3 charges means we have to calculate net force on each charge. That means source charge is 2. So it will get 2 vectors. Again I am repeating the question, on which charge we have to calculate the net force? Minus 5 microcoulomb. You draw a diagram ABC. If I kept here minus 5 microcoulomb here, very simple answer you see. And this is minus 5 microcoulomb and this is plus 5 microcoulomb. Distance is given, equilateral triangle 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter. As it is equilateral triangle, each angle is 60 degree. Now you proceed for vector. F, we have to calculate the resultant force on A. First you see what happens to B on A. Minus, and this one is minus. So B will repel A in this direction, and the notation is F A B, force acting on A due to B. Similarly, you see simultaneously C will attract A in this direction. This notation is F AC vector. Now we have to calculate net force. Two forces are given. Before going to calculation of magnitude, I put diagram here. In vector, you know that if at the point two vectors are acting simultaneously from same direction, so you can calculate the resultant force by its diagonal. In a triangle law, what happens? If two vectors are represented like this, resultant force will be in this way. So here at a single point, two vectors are derived, so use the parallelogram law. From 11th class parallelogram law, you know that the diagonal will, starting from the same point, will be resultant force. So you are getting your direction here, F A vector. Now you have to proceed the magnitude of A. As two vectors are given, then you can use the formula A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta root over. Before going calculation, you calculate FAB vector mod and FAC vector mod. Both the forces are same magnitude because two charges magnitude same 5 5. Here is also 5 5. Distance between them 1 meter 1 meter. Here is also 1 meter. So FAB vector mod is same as FAC vector mod. Let it is x. In SI system, formula will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 into q2 by r square. You should keep in memory this value is 9 in 10 to the 9, and this is SI formula. That's why I have written like this. Q1 into Q2 5 microcoulomb, convert into 5 into 10 to the minus 6 coulomb. R is 1 meter. That means SI unit. You put the data and get the result, and answer is 2.25 in 10 to the minus 1 Newton. Let it is x. But our question is asked, we have to calculate the resultant force. First you will write in this notation all vector signs. That means FA vector is the resultant of FAB vector plus FAC vector. And 120 degree is given means, you see the diagram, the angle between two vector is 120 degree here. In first line you use arrow mark. When you write the magnitude, do not use the arrow mark. Very careful. Now the resultant vector magnitude is A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta root over. Here A is x, B is also x, and it is cos 120 degree. Then you will answer is x, because this is minus half and this is 2. It cancelled out. And this is x square plus x square minus x square. X square minus x square cancelled out. So you can verify it. And answer is x. Already you get the result of x, you put here. So in language you write the resultant force magnitude is 2.25 in 10 to the minus 1 Newton, and the direction of a vector is shown in the given diagram. Now we proceed same type of a problem for another questions. You see, considering three charges of each plus q are kept at the vertices of an equilateral triangle of side L, then find the magnitude and direction of electrostatic force acting on each charge. Same problem. First you draw the diagram ABC. Three similar charges means you can use plus q plus q plus q here. Data is also given plus q. Then find the magnitude and the direction. Direction means you have to do the diagram. Electrostatic force acting on each charge. Now you see, I want to find the resultant force on A. This is the testing charge where we have to calculate resultant force. These are the source charges. How many source charges are there? 2. So you can easily the formula triangle law and parallelogram. Keep in mind, if it is more than 2, then you will proceed for component method. As in 11th class we do. If it is 2, then you can use the triangle law or parallelogram law. Which one is suitable for you? Here it is starting from same point mean we have to draw the parallelogram law. This one is first vector and this one is second vector. because plus q will repel in this way. Here plus q will repel in this way. As q are same and distance are same, these two vectors have same magnitude. And as starting from same point, so I use the parallelogram law. And this is it. Diagonal represent the resultant force. So before calculation, we have to calculate this magnitude and this magnitude. Let it is x, beta, product of the two charges, q into q square, by distance square, that is L square. That is equation number 1. Then we have to calculate the FA vector. Resultant force means we will write in this way with vector sign. And angle between two vectors is 60 degrees. So I have written 60 degrees. This is known as the principle of superposition. We have read a property about the Coulomb's force. It obeys the principle of superposition. That means it obeys the vector law of addition. Now using the formula a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta, cos 60 degrees half cancel, x square 3x square, you take root over root 3x, x is calculated, beta q square by L square. So the resultant force magnitude is root 3 beta q square by L square, and a direction of a resultant force is given in diagram. Okay, then we'll do some problems in your textbooks. Thank you. So after solving these problems that we have taught, so you all first see these two video classes of numericals, repeat and repeat, then you can go for another problems in your text. Thank you.